All right. Let's make this a little bigger. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Toluca from Markers and Minions.
I'm Jenna. I'm a special education teacher.
Period.
Yeah. Comma Splice. I work at her kids' school.
And she loves comma splices.
Love them. I need a grammar class.
All right. So today we're going to talk about Unit 6, some ideas for extending it and connecting it to the overall theme across the grade levels. So before we get into that, I just want to give a few updates. Yeah. The first one is our planners are going to be back in a couple weeks. March 1st, the M&M Planner Shop is going to be open. The 2023-2024 planner will be available. And you have the option now this year to choose between vertical planning and horizontal planning. So there is a planner for everybody now, which I'm really excited about.
Yep. I don't think we're gonna go to, I think, just like the one video, so we'll cover introduction and extension at the same time. That way, get it all.
Yeah, cut back our video load a little bit. So yeah, we'll do Unit 6 everything today, and then Unit 7 is
in like a few weeks, because Unit 7, yeah, it's already coming up.
Where are all of you in your benchmark instruction right now? Unit 6, Unit 7, still in Unit 5, a different unit completely? Let us know in the comments, because I feel like we've been on Unit 6 forever.
Yeah. We
right?
slowed down to get 6, which I think then 7 comes. 7's like a month, I think, and then 8, and then 9, 10, it's almost the end of the year.
Yeah, as soon as we get to Unit 8, Unit 8 in my mind is like end of the year.
Close it up.
Yeah. All right, so you want to start us off with the essential questions for each grade level?
So Unit 6, essential questions. Kindergarten, how do we know what is right? First grade, what can we learn from a mistake? Second grade, what can different cultures teach us? Third grade, what helps us solve problems? Fourth grade, how do we overcome obstacles? And then fifth grade, what compels us to survive?
And sixth grade, we don't know it. We don't have it. So if you're a sixth grade teacher, please let us know what your essential question is so that we can see how it builds across the grade levels. I think that's pretty useful. I know we all like to stick in our own grade level, but it's kind of cool to see how our students are progressing each year within a concept, within a topic. Okay, so first year with benchmark and just starting Unit 4. All right, so when you get to Unit 6, you can come back to this video and check it out, see if it's helpful.
We did one on 4 though. We did.
Yeah, you can go back to our Unit 4 video and then our Unit 5 video.
Yeah.
Videos.
Do we want to talk about the chart? So we did create. This is from the Plan for Me.
This is the Plan for Me pack. We have this chart behind us. We'll zoom in with the camera and show you that chart. In the Plan for Me pack, I have anchor charts created for each grade level. We decided to put the one up from second grade because actually really a couple weeks back I made a reel where I was like, nope for third grade Unit 6, because in third grade the texts are kind of meh. But then a bunch of people were like, oh, we love this unit. And it's like second grade teachers have a lot of fun with it. I think like the even 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think really it's just third grade might have like the lame text.
Yeah, some teachers were saying that they didn't like that they were making the wrong decision and they didn't they just went with the wrong decision. So I think that was
Yeah, it's like, and if I'm remembering correctly, like the Three Spinsters, one of the, like the moral was like, lie about who you are to get what you want. And then the Fox and the Wolf was another one, I believe, and that had a questionable moral. And then Dr. Know-All, it just goes right over their heads, that text. At the end, I felt like I had to be like showing a video and acting characters out and like going above and beyond for them to actually understand what was going on with that story.
Someone said 6th grade is what inspires a quest.
Oh, cool. Okay. So from 5th grade, they go to what compels us to survive, to 6th grade, what inspires a quest. That's awesome.
That makes me think of a Bluey episode I just watched. They went on a quest.
You probably have mythology. If I had to take a guess, probably going to read some mythology. That would be fun.
So
right.
we're going to go to extension ideas.
Do you want to do the extension or the
Oh, sorry.
anchor chart
Anchor
first?
chart, yes.
Anchor chart?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well,
So
maybe
this
Vanna
is,
White.
yeah, let's stand up. All right, so we have the second grade chart here. Let me try and zoom us in without messing everything up, which likes to happen with my technology. That looks so good. Okay, and we're just going to be giants over here. All right, so we have the essential question for second grade: what can different cultures teach us? I always like to include some sort of visual in the middle. And then in this case, we had 3 big ideas, big overarching concepts or themes, big ideas that are present in all of the stories, so that you can kind of pre-teach these, so that when you are getting to your text, you just have to make the connection to the cultures, the lessons, and the tales. So first of all, this visual here is of the world, so we're talking about culture around the world and how we're similar and how we're different. And then for cultures, we elaborated here with some details to provide some background knowledge to students. I feel like I have to be down here. So we want to provide some background knowledge before they get into these complex texts as a way to scaffold for them. So we have the customs, arts, and traditions of groups of people. So then I might talk about like these vocabulary words, customs, arts, and traditions, like what those mean or what those might look like in different cultures. This would be a great opportunity to print out other visuals, pictures from Google Images, and just kind of paste them around your whiteboard or bulletin board as you're teaching this. Cultures are found in the countries or places where people live. So this is like a context clue here. Countries, places where people live. They bond people together. They tell stories of people. Different cultures tell the same story in different ways. So we have a lot of similar stories across cultures that teach a lesson or a moral, and it's just adjusted based on the culture, the storytelling from that culture. All right, and then we have the lessons, like what is a lesson? And here you can also talk about, you can adjust for your grade level, like moral. If you're talking about obstacles, I think that was like 4th grade, for example, how your obstacles and challenges can teach you lessons. They tell stories of people who solve problems, and we use these lessons in daily life. And then tales. Tales have characters, animals, or people. How are your thighs doing?
Good. She's in this air squatting. Who needs CrossFit?
They have a beginning, middle, and end. They have lessons or a moral. And then characters and tales teach lessons or learn lessons. And then characters have a point of view. So that's a good connection to Unit 4. All right. So that's our chart for second grade. I feel like a lot of these concepts, let's zoom this back out. A lot of these concepts are good for the other themes.
Yeah.
Right? Like mistakes in first grade, kindergarten, knowing what's right and wrong, solving problems, 3rd grade, overcoming obstacles, surviving, 5th grade. Going on quests is all about overcoming obstacles and learning from them, teaching a moral. So a lot of this can be transferred for your grade level. You just have to adjust based on what vocabulary the students are going to be coming across, and if there are any other big ideas that are present in all of your texts for the unit. All right. So that's our anchor chart. Oh, it's so much easier when we have it already printed and we're not like trying to write it real fast. You want to talk about the extension ideas?
Yeah. So we printed out a couple of we came up with a couple of extension ideas. These are all in the Plan for Me packs. So they're per grade level. Some ideas for read alouds, just to incorporate additional read alouds, would be the bad seed, and then what if everybody did that? Those would be good for primary examples. The kindergarten extension idea that I pulled out, just because I feel like I've seen it and I feel like it's really relatable, especially when they're little, is the Wrinkled Heart. So you can read the Wrinkled Heart book. Obviously, you can do a big one and crumple it, or you could do each child gets their own heart and crumple it, and then explain to the students that although you can say sorry for hurting someone's feelings, the heart never goes back flat. I have a 5-year-old. I feel like he would understand that.
Yeah, it's a good visual.
First grade, this is another interactive one. So pick one character from the story within the unit, and then you fold a sheet of paper into thirds. And in the first section, you draw or write the original beginning of the story, and then in the middle section, you would write what happened in the middle of the story, but change the character's choice to a good choice. So instead of the choice that they made, change it to a positive choice. And then in the third section, how does that change impact now the end of the story? Because the story is going to change when that character's actions change.
Mm-hmm.
Second grade. Make a poster of languages your classroom speaks. Include a country flag, how to say hello, and create a paper doll with their traditional dress.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Yeah, I like that. Especially, or just even, I'm just thinking of my own classroom dynamics. You don't maybe necessarily always have different languages, but you could ask, maybe if they don't speak a language, their family or their relatives, grandparents, or if they've come from other countries, maybe those countries speak other languages, but they don't necessarily. So just to kind of, if that's a struggle,
Mm-hmm. Or just incorporating picture books, mentor texts from authors of different backgrounds so that there's representation, whether or not that's represented in your classroom. It's still a good idea, a fun idea to pull in some different lit from different authors, and then talk about that author's background and where their heritage is from and languages from there, and etc.
I think people sometimes get stuck in the box of teachers especially, that doesn't work for my class. You can take any of these ideas and make them work. You just maybe have to stretch it a little bit more.
Yeah, think about it and get creative.
Third grade, have students think about a place in school where many other students struggle. I like this idea. To be kind or get along. Some ideas would be the playground, recess, PE, hallways, at our school, the lunchroom. Have them design a poster for that area to encourage others to be thoughtful and kind to themselves or others. Research inspiring quotes to add to the poster, and use lots of illustrations so that the younger students... You guys
could have done that this week because they were doing kindness week.
Yep. So I just thought that was a good idea, especially the older kids. 4th and 5th graders at this time of the year, they're kind of checked out. So, having them do this now and then having them hang it up someplace where the younger kids would be able to see it, I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
What I've learned, 4th grade.
Yeah, this is a cool one too. I like this one.
Have students examine a time they overcame a challenge in their lives and share what they've learned. Write a journal entry about it, create a video recording about it, illustrate a picture about it. So it doesn't always have to be writing. I know myself, I would rather draw a picture than write about it. So
you can give it a UDL approach and let them choose for their output.
Yep. And then 5th grade, survival simulation. Have students work in pairs or groups to sort a list of 12 survival supplies. Students can create their own list and then put them in order of importance. All students in the group must agree on the order.
I wonder if that show Alone is appropriate for kids. Did you ever watch that on Netflix? Oh, it's so good. Especially I think it's season 5 where they're in Alaska.
Oh. And
they have to survive off the land. And this guy from Idaho won. And I got so into it for a while. I was like, I can homestead. It was really inspiring. That might be cool to show some clips of that.
Yeah.
And then 6th grade, if your question is what inspires a quest, have students write their own quests with them as the main character, and incorporate the students in the class as the other characters.
That would be fun.
That'd be cute.
In Bluey, they had to get through the park, and there was a bird that was going to attack them. So they couldn't make eye contact with the bird.
All right. Okay, so those are some of the ideas that we came up with. Short and sweet. I have a book list of picture books or mentor texts, 6 of them that I'll read off, and then I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Okay, so first one, as mentioned before, is The Bad Seed. And then number 2, I put any of the David books by David Shannon. This is for mostly little ones. Third is what should Danny do? Fourth is what if everybody did that? Fifth is my mouth is a volcano.
That's a good one.
And 6 is my Minosaur. My Minosaur. So I'll write this list out along with the authors, and I'll even get them. We should add them to the Amazon store so we remember these. Oh yeah. The Wrinkled Heart by Lindy Burnett. Okay. So those are our ideas for Unit 6. We will be back March 5th.
Yeah, March 5th.
For Unit 7 ideas. All right, guys. Enjoy Unit 6, and we'll talk to you soon.
Have a good Sunday.